One thing I'm really, really excited about today is not only am I joined by my freaking bestie, but we teach people how to profit peacefully, how to really maximize both profit as well as family time for those of you who are truly a family focused entrepreneur. And we are talking about list building. Hey there, beautiful human. Welcome to Life by Design, the show where strategy meets sanity and family focused entrepreneurs learn how to build profit without burning out. I'm your host, Kim Ward, digital marketing strategist, coffee enthusiast, and proud Pinterest nerd, here to help you grow your income, your impact, and maybe even your peace of mind. If you're ready to trade overwhelm for clarity, hustle for harmony, and start creating a business that actually fits your life instead of the other way around, you're in the right place. Grab your notebook or, hey, your favorite cozy drink. Let's dive into today's episode because around here, we believe success shouldn't cost you your sanity or your Saturday. I want to dive in because, you and I, we've led very similar paths as mamas, as working mamas who have had that work guilt because we've had to be in places that, required us to be there because we had to make money, and we prefer to be somewhere with our children and not missing moments and opportunities. And so we've now rectified that. We both work from anywhere, anytime, and we've blended the work life, the family life, the fun life, all the things. And you've honed in on a specific strategy. We know that list building is super important. We own our list. We don't own our social media platforms, and anything can happen at any moment. And your strategy really helps people hone in and find the right audience for their offer and grow their list by hundreds and sometimes thousands of the right people in a very, very short amount of time.
Yes, it gives me goosebumps to talk about it.
That's so exciting.
Yeah.
So before we get into what it is, tell us a little bit about how this tactic has worked for you. How has it changed your business? What has it done for you?
We could go down a rabbit hole with this. So as you know, I got tired of the social media grind, trying to build my list and my audience and all the things when, having to battle against the algorithm. And I got really tired of beating my head against the wall because it was not sustainable. And it was actually taking more time for me to do that, which was completely the opposite of what I was trying to create. I was trying to create more time to be more present with my family. And it just became a time suck. As you know, you introduced me to bundles as a list growing strategy. And oftentimes I go down those rabbit holes fast and furious, which I did. And like I talk about inside the course, I was collecting email subscribers kind of like hungry hippos. We were just bringing them in by droves. But I did some errors and did some things wrong along the way. I saw a disconnect for people with this strategy. So this is why the course came to be. I basically went from 0 to 400 new email subscribers within about 2 months of using this strategy. So one, thank you and kudos to you for introducing me to bundles because it's now turned into this.
Well, I mean, how many times, honestly, do we hear someone teaching us like a new strategy or a new tactic and we don't grab it. We don't grasp it. And that's one thing that you're really good at is like, okay, I see the value here. I see how it can help me long-term and even short-term. Like you just said, most people, like the average marketer, is not generating 400 leads in a month or two from their social media.
It's just a very slow process. I wanted to create something that's more than just a trickle. I wanted it to be momentum. It's kind of like sitting in a bathtub. You've got the plug pulled and you've got all these subscribers leaving, but we need to be bringing people, not just trickling in. I want to open that faucet and turn up the heat and get the and get the results and the one thing I like, we're in a social media world where we want to see instant gratification. I wasn't seeing instant gratification on social media, but this is pretty quick instant gratification when you start to see your email list grow.
It sure is. I've had, you're one of them, but I've had several other people who did participate in bundles. And I had one client specifically, she grew her email list by 1,000 people in a week. And it's not just, forgive me, every Tom, Dick, and Harry out there.
Right.
It's the right person. And so I want to get into how is it the right person? So tell us a little bit about what is a bundle?
So a bundle is basically a collaboration of people who are offering a paid product for free during a specific time frame. But what I love about it is everybody promotes, and so everybody is getting exposures to everybody else's list. So I've been in bundles where the potential reach is in the hundreds of thousands that you can get your product in front of. I don't know about you, but I don't get that on social media ever. I don't think I've ever had anything go viral where I had that many eyes on what I was offering. So it's a collaborative effort that gets put into this bundle that we call it, that's ran during a specific time period. It's the host promotes it out to everybody that signed up. And then as people come in, they can pick and choose the products that they want. And what I like about this is we really narrow things down to like themes. So one of the bundles I recently hosted was about mom's holiday survival kit and things that they help them ease the stress during the holidays. Was a very niche specific bundle opportunity. We had maybe 20 collaborators, but the potential reach was somewhere around 50,000, if I remember correctly. So this is what I talk about, it being niche specific. You want to find bundles that are going to talk to your ideal audience. Right. You just don't want to. I made the mistake of throwing some offers out there in the very beginning. And what happens is you end up having people subscribe, grab your offer, and then either unsubscribe or ghost you. That's why we want to get very focused on creating a niche specific offer and selecting niche specific bundles to collaborate within.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because you and I think we've both been this person before, that there is some hesitation or reluctancy to niche down with a specific offer, because we don't want to feel like we're leaving anyone out or forgetting anybody. But what you just said right there is we're not truly growing our business or growing our list if people are coming in one door and exiting the other. That's right. A bleed. You have a sieve. And so like you said, if they come in, they grab the freebie and then they immediately unsubscribe, that's not your person. So right. Slow and steady, having that niche, having that specificity in the bundle and the offer is going to really be more conducive long-term for the lifetime, journey of your customer or your client. I've participated in 2 of your bundles so far, the one you just talked about, and I've generated over 800 qualified leads just from being in your bundles. So this is a system that really works when we, as the participants and collaborators, work together. You mentioned a paid offer. Mm-hmm. What if someone wants to participate because they see the value, but they don't have a paid offer? And what kind of paid offers are we talking about for these bundles?
So paid offers can be anything as simple as a $7 lead magnet, offering a checklist or an ebook, something like that. Or you can, and it can your value of your offer can be as little as $7, could be as high as $97 or more. It's depending on, what the contributor, wants to contribute to the bundle. I've seen people offer a $97 mini course for free for just, that 1 week window. There's a difference between bundles and there's a difference between online giveaways. Online giveaways are basically like freebie swaps, where if you don't have any paid offers, then let's look at online freebie swaps. If you do have a paid offer, or maybe take that same offer and put a price tag on it, as little as $7. If you don't have an offer that's a paid offer, that's something that we can really work with. That's within your niche that you can create pretty quickly.
That's awesome. I love that. The course does that. It helps take the overwhelm away and kind of point you in the direction of like, okay, let's get something created. Let's add a value to it. And then you're able to offer that. And that we're really paying it forward. I definitely see the value. If I have a $27 or a $97 product, I'm willing to pay it forward and make that complimentary for this window of time to really get the right person in my world and in my ecosystem. Because if they are the right people, they're going to take the next step with you. This may be a little bit advanced, but some things that we do on our funnel pages is we offer like, what is the next step? And that is called an upsell. Sometimes we have an order bump right on the sales page that says, hey, you might like this thing, and it's a low ticket offer. Or once they opt in for the main offer, the next page says, hey, great, you've got the thing, it's on its way. But while you're here, here's an offer, an exclusive offer. Is that frowned upon in bundles, or is that something that someone could potentially scoop up a little bit of cash flow up front?
Well, you can handle it two ways. Typically when we're doing a bundle, we say, we can't offer, we don't want to collect anybody's credit card information to purchase a product. That's not saying that on your thank you page, when they opt in to download your product, that you can't put a link that says, hey, the next step looks like this. You might be interested in this, and then take them off the platform and take them into a paid offer. You can do it that way, or you can simply let them come into your email list, come into your world, send them the welcome email, give them time to implement that, and then you can sell them on the back side within your email workflow. So there's both ways work very well.
That's awesome. Yeah. So we're just planting these little like stepping stones for them in their journey. And that goes and boils back to why the niche and the specificity is so important.
Yeah. That brings up a topic we talk about. I looked up the other day on Google how much it costs to acquire a customer, and I was mind blown. I want to say it was around $37 per customer, I believe. I'm sure it could be more than that to acquire a new customer. And so I ran the numbers on my last bundle. As a host, I don't remember how many emails I got, but it came out to about 50 cents per email subscriber. Now, that doesn't mean I'm going to turn all of them into customers, but I'm willing to spend 50 cents to bring somebody else into my world, knowing that I can nurture them and then convert them and turn them into a loyal paying client.
For sure.
Rather than just dropping a $40 bill and hoping that they're going to, become this client that I can for years down the road.
Yeah. Yeah. It definitely takes a lot of the muscle and the angst. It's still work, know, but when we work together to a specific audience, like you said, when they see the offer inside of the bundle, they're only going to pick and choose what's relevant to their journey at this point in time. Right. And that's why you as a contributor can rest assured the people who are opting in and claiming your gift, they are the right people for you. So taking them through the next steps in that journey, that's awesome. So I want to talk about your course a little bit. Why did you create it?
Oh, first off, when I first jumped into bundles, I was very unorganized. Quickly realized that once I got my shit together, I could use this same strategy and just rinse and repeat it time and time again. So I started hosting my own bundles. And the very first bundle I hosted, I got the question, what is a bundle? What do I have to create to contribute? How do I promote it? I mean, there was just so much confusion around how to participate in a bundle. So I created this course basically to bridge that gap, to take you from point A to point B, to get you organized to where you can set this up once and then you can rinse and repeat it as long as you want. It can be rinse and repeat for years. Yeah, it makes it really easy once you get it set up. You don't have to keep putting in the work every month to create something new. We're going to set this up one time. You're going to rinse and repeat it. And then when you're ready to create something else, you've already got that foundation and groundwork laid out to where it should be very simple for you.
Do you have a favorite success story for anyone who's participated in a bundle?
I mean, you for one, in the last bundle, because when you mentioned to me that one of the participants had downloaded your offer and you were getting emails thanking you for what you were offering.
Yes.
You know, when you get those emails back from your clients or your potential clients, that really, it one tells you that what you're doing is really helping. You and I both know that we are both family focused, family oriented. And when we can touch those people to help move them forward in their journey, whatever that may be, that's a huge win for both of us. Me personally, I've now taken my email list from, I'm up to about 2,200 currently. I haven't done any bundles for a while, but I'm now amping it up the first of the year. And
can we just say that's without you traveling to speak on stages? That's without you hopping from podcast to podcast. That's without you running Facebook, Google, YouTube, or Pinterest ads. This is literally a strategy where we can all link and lock arms together, and we're basically cross promoting to each other's audiences. So someone who's in my audience that my offer might not be right for, I consider myself a conduit as one of the contributors in your bundle, because I'm helping close a gap from the pain points and the problems that my audience and my network has with something you have as the solution to that. So we really are cross networking and promoting and helping this is a win-win situation.
And you mentioned about Facebook ads and Pinterest ads. Another success story for myself, when I started doing webinars on Pinterest and Pinterest marketing, I relied on Pinterest ads to help bring in new leads. But as I was growing my email list in the background at that same time, my email list started converting better than any Pinterest ad and any Facebook ad that I tried one time, which to me, at that point, when my email list was converting better than the other platforms, I didn't have to start. I could just stop with all of the ad spend.
Yep.
That was huge for me. And I think as anybody starting their business, if you can put your time and effort into a bundle rather than paying out the dollar bills and for marketing.
This is what it's all about. Like, you are literally that example of the mom who wants her cake and eat it too. Y'all, like, we're not talking paid ads. We're not talking a lot of speaking. You're organically low stress operating with contributors to get the right people through your funnel. And I'm not going to give numbers, but I will tell you, as Julie's coach, she's making more money in her business than ever before. And every time you host a webinar now, you send an email to your list, your opt-in is through the roof, and one webinar, you close the deal, you seal the deal. You're making money that people wish they could make a month. And you're doing that in one webinar.
Yeah, it's pretty freeing, especially as you said, like a mom, but I don't know if everybody else knows, I'm on the road all the time. I'm either running to my youngest daughter and we're going and doing our mom and daughter things, or I'm running to my other daughter's games, which this last week has been probably 10 hours on the road. Doesn't seem like a lot, but I can pick up my laptop and I can go and I can sit in the stands, which I did the other day between games, and I was able to get some work done. So, I mean, if this is the lifestyle that you're wanting to build, I'm going to tell you to step in and just try out this strategy. I've tested it and proven it. Many others have done the same, and it's really beginner friendly. It's bite-sized little videos where you can go and implement, and we basically take you from a bundle beginner to a confident contributor, to where you can come in, as I call it, like a boss, and really monetize and grow that email list.
I love that title. So your course is called Bundle Like a Boss.
Yes.
And that's what you help us do. So who is this course for?
It is really anybody who is an absolute beginner, who wants to grow that email list with momentum, who doesn't want to spend time on social media, doesn't want to spend time running ads. But it also can be for somebody who's been in business for a while, but they really feel like they're pounding their head against the wall, dealing with the algorithm, and they really want to create that momentum and start to scale their business. Because, like we said, we own our email list. We don't have, if the Facebook, this is how the course came to be. The Facebook platform went down when we were in one of our mentorship programs. And that's when the focus really started coming about. You need to be growing your email list, because we don't own the social media platforms. If they go down, we're just out of luck. And so if you don't have that email list in the background where you can still communicate with your ideal client and your future, long-term customers, I think you're just kind of doing yourself a disservice to put in that much work and not be able to continue to have a touch point with those people that you work so hard to get.
Amazing. Amazing. What can someone expect in terms of, okay, I want to start bundling like a boss. Mm-hmm. How much time, or what's the roadmap? Like from start to I'm ready to contribute, how long of a process can we expect this to be on average?
I can say just by implementing, an hour or two, maybe a week, we could probably get you. It depends if you have an offer already set up. If you're a complete newbie and you don't have an offer set up, it's obviously going to take you a little bit more time to get your offer created. But if you already have an offer that's sitting out there, we could have you up and running, I would say, in a week. And then we're going to go look for niche specific bundle themes that you can apply for. And honestly, the application process should take you, depending on the host, 5 to 10 minutes. But it's getting all the work done in the background first before we go and apply. So there's 4 modules. It's clarity, where we're going to get very clear on who your ideal audience is and what your offer is. The next is collaboration, showing where to find these bundles. Clarity, collaboration, convert. We're going to show you how to start to convert these people once you get them onto your email list. And I knew you were going to ask me this, and I can't think of the 4th C. It's the 4C boss framework, and I just totally lost it.
That's okay. They'll have to get the bundle course and find out.
That's right. And there also is a bonus module in there, and I know this one is called Confidence, because when you step into this, yes, it's something new. It's a new strategy. It can be scary, but really, once you walk through your first one and get the one under your belt, you're going to be able to take off and fly. Spread your wings and let it rip.
I love that so much. I'm really, really excited. Not only that you created this course, but you let me become an affiliate for you, because I want to share this with everybody that I know. So if you are ready to bundle like a boss, I've gone ahead and put Julie's link. Well, it's my link, my affiliate link, yes, in the comment, in the show notes down there in the description of this video. What did we forget? I feel like we covered a lot. And if you are a beginner, your head might be spinning a little bit, but really I just wanted to showcase how simple and how strategic, list building is. This is free, and this is a fast way to build that email list with the right people. So this is super, super introverted friendly. And, yes, you mentioned, like, if you're a beginner, this is for you. And if you're banging your head against the wall, this is for you. I'm neither. I'm a very seasoned marketer. I've been in this space for 10 years, almost 11 years. I've done well over $1 million in online sales. I have a multiple 6-figure a year business, and I do travel. I speak on stages. I do run ads. I do have a podcast, but I still love the bundle model because, like I said, we're collaborating, we're working together, and we're reaching an audience that we potentially couldn't reach on our own, of the right people who need the solutions that our offer really showcases and gets to. So in my heart, why I beg Julie to make me an affiliate is because I believe this is for everybody. If you're really interested in growing an online business without pulling your hair out. So I invite you to bundle like a boss, like I do, and like our bundle queen, Julie, does. And your next step, which I jumped the gun the other day to force you into, how to create your own bundle. So stay tuned, because that's coming. So I'll have to have you back out. But did we miss anything today?
I don't think so. We pretty well covered all the touch points.
Okay.
It's just, I get goosebumps talking about this, because when I can see people's eyes light up and come back to me like, man, I've got this many new subscribers from your bundle. It just fills me with such joy to know that they've got some new people. It's, people say, oh, well, 200 leads is 200 leads. Well, I'm sorry, but stand on a stage in front of 200 people and see how that feels.
Yeah.
That's a whole different mindset, and that makes me shake at the knees.
I've done it and I still do.
Yes. So this is why I love this strategy.
Now, I'm going to just say you've become a little bit of a bundle whore. So how often and how many bundles do you participate in?
Well, this is what I'm going to recommend. What I recommend and what I do don't always match up. I recommend people do this at least once a month, just to keep that trickle and momentum and new people always coming to your list. Now, there's a strategy to it, and there's a marketing side to things where you don't want things to overlap. Now, like you said, I'm a bundle whore, and I'm participating in 3 bundles in January.
Wow.
I will not recommend that to anybody unless you are seasoned within of how to be in a bundle and know what you're doing, because that can get overwhelming and you do not want to confuse the email subscribers that you already have. So we're going to stick with, you need to do this once a month. All right. Yeah. But what did my dad say? Do as I say, not as I do.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
that's a fair pace, once a month. And you know what? If you need to work your way up to that, then so be it. But could you imagine generating 300, 400, 1,000 of the perfect ideal people every single month just by partnering with the right bundle?
It gives me goosebumps. That's really does.
Freedom, Julie.
It is freedom. It's very freeing. There's just no other word for it. The weight that's lifted off of you when you see these new people come into your world, and you have the opportunity to introduce yourself and get to know these people. And I've gotten to know a lot of people along this journey that I feel like I'm pretty close with. And it's very rewarding to see these people succeed. That's all I want.
And I mean, you're crushing your sales. Your opt-ins are crazier than ever. Your open rates are crazier than ever. People responding to you. And you've built this beautiful business that you said you can take on the road with you. And that's what we used to crave. And that's what we used to strive for. And now we're here. And it's just an honor watching you teach that kind of freedom to other people.
Well, I have to say I've had a good coach.
Thank you. Thank you.
But you've also challenged me and pushed me. And so, yeah. That's
another episode.
Yes.
But I did think of more questions. So we're going to cut this here because that's enough for your brain for one day. Again, I do invite you to bundle like a boss. Julie's link is below. Join us. She has a great offer, a great price point on this course right now. And we are going to have you back out very, very soon, because I want to dig into the marketing. So if you're curious, come back soon, because we're going to talk about what does it take to market your bundle like a boss. Julie, thank you so much. Friends, thanks for listening, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now.